how do we get them to the table? They're not interested. They're screaming. They're running away. They're saying no. They're throwing things. It happens to us all the time. We see it every day. Get into a routine and create expectations. So start letting them know. Start priming them, as we tell our families. If they're playing with something, tell them, okay, 5 more minutes, and then it's time to eat. 5 more minutes, and then we get to play with our food and make a fun tower. Use those first, then directions. So from a language perspective, first, then for a lot of things. That's for presentation for another day. But for a lot of things with our kiddos is great because they know that ultimately what they're going to want is down the road, right? So, okay, first we're going to go eat. Then you can come back and watch your iPad. First we're going to have dinner together, and then you can play with your little brother and with trains, whatever it may be. Give choices. Kids love to feel like they're in control. How can we make them feel like they're in control when they're really not? We can give them choices that we want them to ultimately make, right? So which chair to sit in, which plate to use, which food mat to use, which spoon, which cup. Here are your 2 choices. What would you like? They love it. They feel like they're in control. Let's have them walk, jump, and bear crawl to the table rather than, Sally, come on, it's time to sit at the table. Let's make it fun. The whole family can crawl. The whole family can run. Make it very interactive for them so that way they're motivated and they're excited. Or maybe you have them already at the table with a preferred activity. Maybe they're drawing a picture at the table, or they're playing with a toy with their sister, or they're building playing with their dollhouse, whatever it may be. And then you use that priming and those first then directions to help them transition to the food. I love the give an opportunity to get energy out prior to a meal. Have them running around outside if possible, doing something active. That also lets them get out all of that kind of nervous energy and helps them to calm down before they're going to come back to the table. It's really important that we prime them because that's going to help with that sensory piece that Shayna was talking about, to have them ready to zone in and get ready for food. And it also just helps them to understand that mealtime doesn't have to be stressful. How many of you is mealtime the most stressful time of the day? And we don't want that. We don't want that for our kids. So we're going to make this as least stressful as possible by making it as fun as possible, which we'll get to. But the priming piece is a main way that we can start making this a very pleasant part of your day. So helping them stay at the table. Okay, so we've got them there. How do we keep them there? Schedule and routine. So you can even give a picture schedule, right? A lot of times our kids on the spectrum love a picture schedule. Again, it's predictable. It kind of takes out that anxiety of what's coming next or the unknown. So maybe they're going to come and sit down in their chair. You have a picture of their chair. Then you have a picture of them eating. Then you have a picture of them cleaning up. And then you have a picture of them playing with their favorite toy. It can be that simple. You can even draw little social stories for this. You can even draw on a dry erase board or a white piece of paper if you don't have, all these fancy visuals. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Make it manageable for you and your child and your family. Use that first then language. So first we're going to have dinner, or even step by step. First we get our fork, then we sit down. Whatever your routine is. Use a digital timer. So a lot of our kids love timers. Again, it's predictable. They know when something's going to end. They know how much time they have on the clock. It just helps them feel comfortable. It helps them feel supported. Definitely decrease the wait time. So don't call them over to the table and make them sit there for 5 minutes. Kids, they're going to leave, and then you're going to have a hard time wrangling them back. So really make sure maybe that the food is already on the table, or make sure you're getting ready to present it to them when you call them over. Have the food ready. That's crucial. So if we're going to get them all built up and make this transition fun, it better be really fun when they get there, and the food better be there for them.